What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to get on real quick because I wanted to really give my analysis and basically where do we go from here with the whole situation between TS Madison and Tasha K. Um, Between my comments on my last video, the comments on other people's platform, um, TS Madison is getting like real bad backlash about that last read towards Tasha K. I'm gonna tell you why, and this has nothing to do with if you're a part of the LGBT community or not. Essay is not anything to play with, right? She clearly, T.S. Madison clearly does not like children at all. Most people say children are off limits. T.S. Madison doesn't care. It's one thing if you say, um, you stuck in the house with your kids all day, your kids all day. It's another thing to say your children are ugly. Okay. It's another thing to say that your children are actually ugly. Like, come on. This is bullying at this point. So not only did she call Tasha K kids ugly, but then she basically attacks the child version of Tasha K from when she was defenseless and could not help herself because she was a child. So T.S. Madison has this thing against children. It's very obvious. Very obvious at this point. Most men are anti-children. This ain't no secret. She's a trans woman, but still wired like what she was born, and that is a man. You can't change that unless you can get brain surgery. You cannot change what is built in you. Okay? Women are the nurturers. Men can be nurturing, but naturally, they really aren't. Okay? And then the next thing, T.S. Madison called Tasha K black and ugly. I hated that to my core. Not only did you laugh at that woman's childhood trauma, you're calling her black and ugly? If we already don't even face those things in our community, in the black community, why do you have to say that? Because we get it, you pretty with your little caramel skin and your high cheekbones. We get it, T.S. Madison, we get it. But that's still a woman at the end of the day. Now, if you talking about what Tasha K said about the silicone in her body, was that a lie? Was that a lie? And I'm gonna tell you what she means when she said the silicone is setting in her body and is getting old. I don't know if y'all remember, Wendy Williams has said she has to change her breast implants like every 10 years to keep them up. That is what you do. When you get implants and you get work done, you have to keep it up. That requires maintenance. T.S. Madison constantly says, I'm rich, bitch, I'm rich. And what Tasha K is saying, she was trying to be funny with it, but what she's implying makes sense. If you're rich, you got to keep up appearance. I don't know if y'all realize T.S. Madison has she doesn't have a limp, but she walks as if her back hurts. She's kind of slunched over a little bit because her titties are so goddamn heavy. Do y'all understand that is not okay? Do you understand the portion to her body ratio with these implants are not equal? The ass don't match the legs and the titties don't match the body. See, I'm a big back woman. I could say these things. I'm big on the top, but I got big arms. So that matches. You can't have little arms and big titties. That's weird looking. Now, see, Tasha K didn't say the things that I said, but I'm just going to come out and say it. Something is wrong with T.S. Madison's surgery, and she needs to get it fixed. That's the bottom line. A blind man could see this. That's a soft read. Talking about somebody's childhood trauma being essayed is not a read. That's not a read. That's a red flag. Something's clearly wrong here. It's going left and it's getting dark real fast. Now, TS Madison did warn us that she was gonna go that way, but I didn't know she was gonna get dark like that. And TS Madison did it with a straight face. And let me tell y'all something. TS Madison knows what she's doing is wrong, but she wanted Tasha K to hurt like the way she hurts. And you can tell she's hurt. Being called a man hurts her feelings. I don't care what she says about how I don't give a damn. I ain't have no father. I don't give a fuck about that man. It does bother her. It does bother her because anybody that will stoop this low to get back at Tasha Clown K. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight, but because I'm a biological woman in this case, I side with Tasha K. I know I didn't get molested, but I've been taken advantage of older men as a teenager because they prey on young, fresh teenagers, especially when they fresh out of high school, which can be borderline statutory rape if you really think about it. Okay? I don't play with stuff like that because black women are already not protected. You got to think about it. Just think about it. Let's think about the food chain real quick. Let's think about the colorism food chain, right? A white man is the strongest thing in the world, on this planet, right? Followed by a white man is a white woman. Okay? Cuz there's two different types of white. There's the lily blonde head blonde blue eye white, and then there's the Italian bronze white. Either way, classification white, right? White man, right underneath that is a white woman. Then there's a black man. Well, we're gonna skip all the races in between. We just gonna do black and white right now. Then right after a white woman comes a black man. I'm talking about the food chain now. The chain of command. White man, white woman, black man, black woman. Do you understand? We are at the lowest. So like I was saying before, I'll sidetrack. T.S. Madison saying that you're black and ugly. How dare you, T.S. Madison? I'm a dark skinned woman myself. I have a big nose. I have big lips. Now, T.S. Madison has Eurocentric features. Whether she bought them or not, you can clearly see in the picture that these two black people do not look the same. Tasha K embraces who she is, even down to having a short haircut. Do you know that the cliche thing was to be black, dark skinned, and bald headed? That's what it was. And if you think about it, people will look at Tasha K just like that. Oh, you black, you ugly, and you ain't got no hair. This is what we deal with on a day-to-day basis, though. Just embracing our looks. Like, I can't change nothing. Do you understand that Tasha K has just enough of money to change something about her? If she wanted to get a nose nip and tuck, she could do that. Why, though? You have a black husband, an African husband, and you have black children. And children, I'm sorry, the internet is to stay forever. You don't think that one day that boy is going to be an adult and he's going to go back to those videos where T.S. Madison was calling him ugly and cockeyed and all this other stuff? You don't think he's already going through that in school with his peers? Then you got a grown-ass adult saying the same things on the internet to his mother about him? We got to think about this for a second, because as a community, we're failing our children and we're failing each other. I don't know what's going to happen to T.S. Madison moving forward, but I like how Tasha K is not responding. She, in her mind, she's real smart. She said, I'm going to let the internet eat her ass up. That's what she said. I'm going to let the internet deal with T.S. Madison. I ain't going to say a damn thing. Because she just made a post not too long ago talking about some business as usual. I got a show coming up. See you there. That's what she said. T.S. Madison is on her Instagram posting about a bunch of Libra bullshit. Now she into astrology now, girl. And when a Libra get mad, girl, watch out. That's pretty much what the gist of the fucking message was. So she over here throwing subs. Tasha K is on the outside unmoved. But of course that bothered her. She not going to say that though. And so it's in our hands. What's going to happen next, y'all? Like, what are we going to do? Because no one's gonna cancel TS Madison. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Nothing's gonna happen to her. Maybe. But what if? What if? And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. So I know Craig is mad. First of all, I know he's not mad at TS Madison. He's mad at the situation because Fact Talk has not been online for like 14 days. They got to come back eventually. They're on tour, but they're gonna come back in front of the camera. How how are the people going to respond to that? I'm sure TS Madison has lost a few subscribers, probably not much, but a few, enough for her to realize that the numbers are changing, right? But not to do enough damage to her pockets. You understand? So her subscribers are gonna go down a little bit. People in the comments are saying, "I can't believe she's saying this. This is not funny." I even went to the comments and somebody was just like, that happened to me and I don't, I'm not feeling this. And then T.S. Madison is saying, well, don't let that define you. Well, girl, how are you talking about don't let that define you and you sitting here re-traumatizing SA victims all over again? You think you coming at Tasha K whole time, you fucking up a whole generation of women and boys. Let's not forget that it has nothing to do with it being Tasha K. Little boys get touched and taken advantage of too, especially the real sweet ones. When they see a kind boy and he's not masculine enough, somebody is preying on that child. At the end of the day, it's a child. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. T.S. Madison does not like children. It doesn't matter about a biological woman or not. This happened to a child that had no control over the situation. There are gay boys that grow up confused. Before they accept who they are, they're confused. Why? Because they was taken advantage of too early. Boys and girls. So this is not just about a biological woman thing. This is a trauma thing. This is a child getting taken advantage of. A child, be it a boy or a girl. Nobody should joke about that. Like nobody should. That's not funny. That's not funny to nobody. And then she says, I weep for you. I weep for you. And let me tell you something. She know what the hell she doing because every time Miss Mary want to get up and walk by, she be like, Mom, on live. And then she mute the shit for like a good 10, 15 seconds. You see her mouth moving, but like we can't hear. And the reason why she don't want her mother to hear what she's saying, because her mother, being a woman, is going to hear that type of read and say, not in this house. The blood of Jesus. Because you know how Miss Mary is. Because that's a demonic thing to fucking do. She don't even want her mama to hear what that's why she kept muting the shit. She muted the shit like 2 times during the live. Every time my mama walked back and forth, she would stop talking and she would mute it. Why? Because you embarrassed about what you about to say. Because if it was all fun and games and this is just a little simple read that didn't mean anything, why you gotta wait for your mama to walk by? Because any other time she done cuss and drag Tasha K to hell and high water in front of her mama. Now all of a sudden you want to be discreet? Oh, hell no. T.S. Madison know that was fucked up. She knew it. She knew it. So what happens now? Because when Fact Talk returns, it's going to be that gloomy feeling of what happened this morning, last night between Tasha K and T.S. Madison, and it's going to reflect in the Fact Talk segment. It's going to be one or two things that's going to happen. Either a lot of people going to show up or half the amount are going to show up. Either a lot of people going to show up or half the amount going to show up. But it's not going to be the same vibes. You can't even look at T.S. Madison the same, to be honest. It's like, damn, I fuck with you, but I really can't fuck with you like that. Because, wow, that's dark. Like, huh? And let me tell you something about rich people. Rich people are not on the internet reading other people who are less rich or less fortunate. If you are, she said, I'm rich, bitch, I'm rich. Okay, well, rich people out there doing rich people things. Get on a yacht. Go to the golf course. I don't know. Go out for drinks with Daddy Warbucks or some shit. Do what rich bitches do. You shouldn't be arguing no motherfucking Tasha K. You let Tasha K get you that low that you had to say all of that. Now I'm side eyeing you, like, because I like TS Madison. She's an entertainer, but the problem is this was fucked up. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care if you look at it from the north, west, south, east. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. Especially those of us that have children. So how are they going to bounce back from this? This is going to affect Craig too. Because automatically by association they link together, and that's how we see them. When you see TS Madison, you see Craig. When you see Craig, you see TS Madison. They all link together. And so now it's like, ooh, girl, your friend talk like that? I'm good. I don't think I want to support that. Even though Craig don't support it. So now, in hindsight, Craig now understands what T.S. Madison was going through when he was talking about Netta, and how people ain't want to fuck with T.S. Madison because of what Craig said. And now, people not going to want to fuck with Craig because of what T.S. Madison to Tasha K. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And now the ratings may go down. It may or may not. I don't know. But I feel like that first time around, people gonna come in just to see if she'll apologize, or just to see if she'll acknowledge that she fucked up. Yeah. Now, what happens if MTV gets a hold of that? What happens if RuPaul gets a hold of that? What would happen if Beyonce's team get a hold of that? And Beyonce's a biological woman. So what are we doing here? T.S. Madison, is it worth it? It ain't worth it, girl. It ain't worth it. And let me tell you something. All that you black and ugly and your kids are ugly and all this, that, and the third, that's internalized male hatred for the black woman. And I don't care what you want to call it, but at the end of the day, that is still biologically a man. And there is something about men, and black men specifically, that they hate black women. That's something a man would say. Oh, you're black and you're ugly. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Because who the fuck says that? Black men will say shit like that. Black men will say shit like that. But anyway, y'all, this is just my analysis. If I was you, T.S. Madison, I would remove the video. I will issue out an apology. You know, the same thing that T.S. Madison did for Just Hilarious. I will issue an apology, and I will move on from this. It's not worth messing up your money to see who's the biggest shit talker on the internet. It's not worth it. That's it, y'all. Y'all have a good night.